Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this. From The Hollywood Reporter, Vision, the L-word actress Jamie Clayton starring as Pinhead in the new Hellraiser movie. Well, we already knew that this was going to happen, but before I go on, as I was finishing my last video, publishing it and sharing it on Twitter, I saw this trending, and I thought, oh god, not this again. Pinhead, maybe there's a confirmation, and guess what? Here is the confirmation. They are now gender swapping the actual character. Well, at least I'm surprised it's not a black woman this time. I'll take you when you can, really, because it's current year. $ current year. This is more example of Hollywood being creatively bankrupt. And considering that this is pretty much breaking news, I'm going to break my usual timely sharing of the video and share it as soon as I finish this. So, yeah, it's breaking. Either way, let's go. Clive Barker, who regained US rights to the franchise, joins the production as a producer. But as a producer as in kind of like the guy who made Cowboy Bebop. I forgot the name. I suck at names. Yeah. Like as in he couldn't even give a single post-it notes and they didn't even take him seriously or anything like that, or is an actual producer who is actually responsible for everything? Questions. In a casting that gender reverses an iconic horror movie character, of course, because after all, Hollywood is creatively fucking bankrupt. And when you know Hollywood being creatively fucking bankrupt, that's the best thing that they can actually pump out. Gender reversals, race swaps and things like that, because after all, they can't create something new and they need to bring something old so they can fix it for the modern audiences who gets triggered over simple things. Well, censorship not in the name of Jesus this time, no, not Jesus, but for social justice. What a wonderful world we live in. Honk honk! Honk honk! Anyway, where was I? Oh, right. The project is described... one of the stars of the L-Word Generation Q is starring as Pinhead in Spyglass, reboot of the 1980s classic Hellraiser. The project is described as loyal yet evolving reimagining of the movie based on the Clive Barker novella On the Hellbound Heart. Barker expanded the story to a 1987 movie. He wrote and directed and introduced a puzzle box that opens a gateway to a horrific world run by Cenobites, mutilated beings dedicated to torture, led by one prickly-headed man nicknamed Pinhead. Pinhead and his unique look became central to the horror franchise that launched numerous movies, comics, and murder. The new Hellraiser is coming off, wrapping production, and Spyglass on Thursday revealed the cast. On the Odessa Asian starring alongside Clayton in the movie that will debut on Hulu sometime in 2022. Sorry, I spit. I got to carry it away, and I spit. Well, I'm gonna have to go through everything in here and make sure that there isn't any more race swaps and gender swaps. I will need to verify, but you don't need to worry. At least the confirmation and everything else is already here. Yes, you can spot it. Pinhead entry 32 on my book watching list on the section, gender bender, male to female. Yeah, creatively bankrupt. I'm surprising that this thing isn't as big or as... well, as prolific or as entertainingly huge as block washing, which you can see here, 214 entries. Yeah, I'm not lying. Here it is, block washing, block washing, block washing, bro, here you go, block washing. Huge. It's fucking huge. Let's see what else do they say here. So I finished this quick video. Also announced was the Parker has boarded the project as a producer joining. Yes, producer, like I said. I want to know if he really is a producer or producer just to have his name on the list but doesn't do any producing. Anyway, joining Fountains 4, David Square. Parker's boarding comes after a legal battle in which the author regained American rights to the franchise of the copyright law and a settlement with the production company. Parker is due to recapture the US rights on December 19, 2021. Parker was all praise on the new take on his creation. Good lord. Maybe the actual guy went woke. Kind of like, Michael Straczynski or Michael J. Straczynski. You know, the guy who wrote Babylon 5. Babylon 5. Anyway, here's what he says. Haven't seen some of the designs from Dave Bruckner on new Hellraiser film. They pay homage throughout the first film created, but then taken to the places it's never been before. This is a Hellraiser on a scale that I simply didn't expect. Oh, it took me by surprise. Gender swap. Yeah, it's Hollywood, after all. David and his team are steep into the story's mythology, but what excited me is the desire to honor the original even as they revolutionize it for the new generation. Oh, good lord, new generation. You know what that's code word for? Social justice. Yes. It's going to probably have a lot of censorship in there that wasn't in the original, just to appease the easily offended Twitterati. The gang, the Twitter gang, the pronoun gang on Twitter. It's going to be a shit fucking show, isn't it? I'm pretty sure of that. What a disappointment! One disappointment after the other. At least I had a small little schadenfreude. A moment before this, in which I actually laughed at the hypocrites getting hot and fucking bothered over the casting of Zazie Beetz because she's on the wrong shade of color. After all, she played Domino, which was supposed to be an albino, but that was fine with these people. But either way, as you can see here, yeah, they're actually bothered by this. If you want to know more about it, watch my previous video about this. I went into detail how those people got triggered. At least that was the only good thing of today. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want more of my beautiful face on your screen. And if you want more of this, stay right here on youtube.com/TrackTribe. I should have said that before. I always fumbled my outros. Either way, thank you for watching. Have a great fucking night.